It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning, welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the 20th day of July 2022. Coming to you from Central Virginia area right outside of Lynchburg in Bedford County. Lead story today, Azamara is the first to drop pre-cruise testing on a day when wildfire and heat warnings have been announced across the U.S. and Canada and Europe because of this ridiculous heat wave. But anyway, today, folks, is National Hot Dog Day. And in the U.S. and Europe, you don't even have to cook it. You just have to lay that sucker down on the sidewalk for a couple of minutes and it'll be well done. It's going to be over 100 here today, by the way. It was 100 up there with Nanook of the North John yesterday and the day before. And 100 in, I don't know, 2/3 of the country. Places in Europe had the highest temperature they've ever had, ever recorded. That's amazing. All right, not a whole lot of action from cruise ports today, but there's a little. Chicago has Ocean Navigator sailing. Vancouver, the Grand Princess and the Zuiderdam both sail. And there's also land packages for the Grand Princess. Anchorage has has Majestic Princess and Grand Princess land packages. Fairbanks has Majestic Princess, Grand Princess, and Royal Princess land packages. And out in Honolulu, you got Pride of America with their land packages getting underway today. Of course, the top story is Azamara being the first to drop pre-cruise testing. Carnival, Royal Caribbean stand pat. Protests in Norway. The Norwegian Epic closes 2 venues, at least temporarily. A hip-hop music festival at sea, and a Coast Guard evacuation. Those stories and more here at 11 o'clock this morning. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from, all the main hitters, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher, it goes on and on. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. And as always, if you want to hop over to the video feed to check out any pictures or clips, there's always a link in the description to the podcast. Just check it out and click it and hop over. Also, there's a link there for the New York Times podcast, first person, and the episode when what matters most is going on a cruise. You can always hop in and listen to the exploits of the old Fat Travel Guy. And we've talked about our friend Jason on the Carnival Legend. They got into Bermuda this morning. This is while they were out at sea going into Bermuda. And that would be the Celebrity Summit there in Bermuda. And Wild Woman Emily has finally left New York. And she's gone to Maine. And I have a question. Emily, the Maine Lobster Festival, you're not actually going to that, are you? You don't like lobster. I mean, I would be there if I was in Maine. But just saying. All right, I'll be back with today's news after a word from one of our network sponsors. And the top story today, of course, is Azamara in general. As COVID-19 requirements continue to be lifted and modified across the global cruise industry, and the CDC pulled the plug on its cruise line program, another cruise line has removed its embarkation testing requirement. Premium line Azamara, the first cruise line to announce changes since Sunday's CDC announcement, has stated that starting July 25th, pre-cruise COVID-19 testing will no longer be required, except in destinations that continue to mandate it. While many will be happy with the news, it does not mean guests are cleared of all requirements. Many ports worldwide do still require cruise ships to mandate testing before embarking on a cruise ship. COVID-19 testing will continue to be available to guests on board Azamara ship. Meanwhile, Carnival and Royal Caribbean have announced that they are standing pat. Carnival and other cruise line under the Carnival Corporation and Royal Caribbean have stated that there will be no immediate changes to the current health and safety protocols. This means no immediate changes to vaccination requirements, vaccination exemption limits, or pre-cruise testing for any of those lines. The website and frequently asked question pages have become so popular with travels to check on their protocols for their upcoming voyages have largely been updated with statements indicating there is no change, at the moment at least. Statements were updated on Carnival, Princess, All-American, and Royal Caribbean pages. Other lines in the Carnival Corporation family, including Seabourn, AIDA, Costa, and Cunard, plus other lines, have no statements on their health and safety protocols or frequently asked questions listings. While these lines do occasionally sail from the U.S. home ports, they primarily operate in other parts of the world and are not subject to guidance of the CDC. Even as changes are planned, they may not be implemented all at once. It is more likely that the cruise lines will make adjustments slowly and gradually, first taking smaller ships to verify that ongoing measures remain effective in mitigating the transmission of the disease and minimizing the risk of outbreaks. Some cruise lines are poised to jump a little faster, like Norwegian, for example, that dropped all their pre-cruise testing requirements in early July, except in areas where such testings are locally required. This puts the cruise line in a position to more quickly end testing requirements for sailings from the U.S., though there is no indication thus far that such a change will be made quickly. Okay, there. That's showing that I'm back in. Okay, hope everybody can hear me. Yeah, Mike, I'm back. Wow, am I not on the air? Have I not been on the air for this whole show, folks? Can somebody please tell me, can you hear me? I can hear you, we can hear you, not see you. Okay. Hang on. Sorry about that. Okay. Little technical issue there. My bad. All right, I'm not sure if that story got on, so let's go back and I'll quickly redo that. The protests in Norway are carrying on with 5 different ports. Folks are protesting, and there seems to be very little support for that, as Norway's having just a huge year for cruising. All right. Norwegian Epic. That's the next story this morning. Sorry about that little technical glitch, folks. 2 popular deck spaces are to be temporarily closed aboard the Epic. The adults-only Spice H2O at the back of the ship and the sports complex will not be available for the ship's August 14th sailing, a 7-night round-trip Mediterranean cruise, due to scheduled maintenance. Spice H2O is the ship's adults-only beach club on decks 15 and 16 aft, which includes a pool that converts to a dance floor and a giant screen for visual effects, as well as a complimentary pool bar and grill and terraced lounger seating. During the day, Spice H2O can be a quiet and relaxing space, while at night the area converts to an edgy nightclub vibe with music and dance parties. The sports complex around Norwegian Epic is located on decks 17 and 16 and features a full-size basketball court that can convert for floor hockey, dodgeball, and other sports. All right, a major hip-hop festival is going to be held on board another Norwegian ship. The Hip Hop Festival has announced its 2023 dates. The second annual Days of Summer Cruise Fest will be on the Norwegian Sky for its premier hip-hop experience, hosted by DJ Khalid, featuring 2 of hip-hop's top Billboard chart artists. The festival will embark from Miami, Florida, sailing to the Bahamas July 2nd to the 5th, 2023. The cruise will visit Great Stirrup Cay and Nassau before heading back to Miami. Lil Baby and Future will be performing at sea for this event and kick off the second sailing for the festival music cruise. And finally, folks, helicopter rescue up in Alaska. A Coast Guard Sitka aircrew evacuated a man from the Norwegian Encore cruise ship in the Chatham Strait yesterday. An MH-60 Jayhawk helicopter crew arrived on the scene at 7:27 a.m. and safety lifted and transported the patient to waiting ES personnel at the Mount Medical Center Edgecumbe in Sitka. Personnel at the Coast Guard Sector Command Center in Juneau received a distress call from the cruise ship's crew at 5:48 a.m., reporting that a 64-year-old man had been suffering from stroke-like symptoms since 4:30 that morning. The patient was reportedly in stable condition after being transferred to medical personnel in Sitka. All right, that's going to wrap up the news for the day, folks. Sorry about the technical glitch there in the middle. I hope the whole show got on. Hot Air Tom and Mike are with us. Gretchen's here. Gretchen has a house full of HVAC people today. Me and my dog are sitting outside doing Sudoku and drinking Nespresso Ugandan. Okay. I don't know what Ugandan Nespresso tastes like. I've never had it. Gretchen thought, oh, and I thought 90s was going to be bad. Man, it's brutal. It's 90 year already. We have some AC scheduled for a replacement next Tuesday. In light of the heat expected this weekend, we will be staying in a hotel Friday through Wednesday, and to make sure we are cool. Tom, how many extra days are you doing in Oahu? Hot Air wants to know if the AC is installed by now. We fly 2 days, or this is Hot Air's answering. We fly 2 days early and stay 2 days after. Max for NCL Air program. We'll be flying to Hawaii on Thanksgiving Day. Well, that's interesting. It'll probably be better than the day before Thanksgiving. And Joni Shields is with us. Hi, Joni. How am I feeling? I feel terrific. I had a rough day, day before yesterday, and I'd been feeling great. And just all of a sudden, I had just a yuck day. Felt good again yesterday. I feel terrific today. So I'm heading out to the pool very shortly. I'm going to lay out in the pool for a good bit of the day today. Gretchen says we're staying pre-Hilton Hawaiian Village, but I'm thinking that's not enough. Carol's with us. Hi, Carol. It's so hot up here, 42 degrees centigrade, which is 107. Oh, my goodness. We're not going to be that bad, but we're going to be bad. Gretchen would like to do 3 at least. Travels with Lizzie Lou is with us. Hi, Lizzie. Air conditioning unit is in place, Tom. New furnace is down there. 4 guys, 3 hours so far. Probably need to break for lunch. Gretchen, are you using the NCL Air perk? And Gretchen says yes. I wish I wasn't. I like to be in control, and the price was not that much of a cut. They did $1,700 for both of us. Well, that's not a bad price. The only way you can do 3 days is if you book the NCL hotel, which is pricey. Remember, the deviation needs to be on your reservation prior to day 75. This is the NCL hotel. We upgraded. Nice. It's all through NCL. Great. Which hotel do they use? They offered the Hilton. That's cool. The only way we can do 3 days is if you book the NCL, which is, oh no, I read that. Oh, Johnny said I was frozen. Where's Chillie gone? Sorry, but that was the glitch there, folks. It wasn't a technical glitch. It was a finger glitch. I cut myself off. The hell can I say? Pressed the wrong button, says Hot Air Tom. Exactly what I did. I hit the wrong button. They said Hilton Towers, but that's across the street from the beach. They offered the Hilton. I stayed there before, and it'll do. Very nice. It's a test to be sure we are watching. Yes, I know, Carol. If I book my own Sheridan Waikiki or outrigger on the beach. Mike's asking, anybody there? There's a dozen outriggers. Carol says she can hear but not see me. Chillie's hot air. Tom says I'm back. Everybody can hear me. I can hear. Yes. Missed the last 3 minutes or so. Okay. I think I covered that. I hope. Sound left with the picture that is on now. You will cross paths at the Hilton. Oh, we will cross paths at the Hilton. Mike says, welcome back. Thanks, Mike. All is okay. Yeah, just my idiot finger. Of course, Epic H2O was closed, just hoping it'll be reopened when I go in late September. Well, they're only saying it's going to be for one week. It doesn't seem like they can do a whole lot of maintenance in 1 week, but I guess they can. Kenneth's with us. Hi, Kenneth, up in Pennsylvania. Supposed to be 90 up there today. Sorry, hot air, Tom. When you start work at 2:30 a.m., it's afternoon for us. I agree. So, all right, that's going to wrap me up for today, folks. Again, y'all, please stay safe, stay healthy, drink lots of water on both sides of the pond now. Stay hydrated. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising. And hopefully, one day soon, we'll all get together on the high seas. See everybody back here, same time, same place, tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And I promise not to screw up the broadcast. Yeah, no, I don't. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.